This is a little embarrassing. I got a copyright claim. What's up everybody, Trevor here, Hollywood editor turned full-time realtor and YouTuber. On this channel I teach realtors and other entrepreneurs to grow their businesses using video. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down there, whack the bell, and hit the like for my self-esteem. Also, if you really want to level up your game, go ahead and check out my free 1-hour masterclass at videosecretswebinar.com. I promise it'll change the way you make videos. I've posted 3 or 4 videos about using movie clips in your videos, including videos about fair use. In fact, there's one right up there you might want to check out. Under certain circumstances, it may be okay to use movie and TV clips in your videos, and in that video, I explain how that is. Because of those videos, I've gotten a lot of questions about what's okay, what's legal, what you can and can't do, and the short version is, I'm not an attorney, so I can't give you legal advice about that, but I can give you my opinion and what's happened and what YouTube says about it. And today I'm gonna share a little bit more of that whole experience thing. Last week I created a video that shows you how to download movie clips from Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu. And when I went to upload it, I hit that publish unlisted for now thing, and when I did that, I got this. That's right, YouTube told me that I had a copyright claim. Now, here's the thing, a copyright claim isn't really a big deal. YouTube even tells you when they tell you, like here on this screen that I'm showing you here, or when they email you about it, I got one of those today on an old channel. When you get a copyright claim, it simply means generally that the revenue from your video will be going to the copyright holder. In the case of my last video, it was going to go to Warner Brothers Studios. So in my last video, I showed you how to screen record a movie so you could use it in your YouTube videos, and that video is right up there if you want to check it out. The movie I used as an example was Dirty Harry, and I chose that iconic scene. You know where he goes. Let me just show you the scene.
I know what you're thinking, punk. You're thinking, did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Now, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I forgot myself. But being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and will blow your head clean off, you gotta ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya, punk?
What'd you think? How's my Dirty Harry? Upon upload, YouTube told me that between this point and this point, you've got copyrighted material in there, so you can't monetize it. The money's gonna go to Warner Brothers instead. And I was like, I wanna monetize my video. By the way, I'd spent hours crafting that video, uploading it, doing my titles, tags, created this awesome thumbnail here. Pretty great thumbnail, right? And this is at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was gonna schedule it to go live the next day, which was on Friday. And I saw that, I'm like, so I just went to bed, thought about, okay, what do I do? I know, I'll just use a less popular movie and then I shouldn't get that issue, right?
Wrong answer.
So I chose a short scene from the 2002 Spider-Man and recreated all of that, re-uploaded it, retitled, tagged, thumbnail, all that stuff. And guess what? When I was about to hit publish this bad boy, same notice. Between this point and this point, Trevor, you're using copyrighted content. The revenue for this video will not go to you, it'll go to the production studio. It's like, not again! I didn't want to have to find another movie. So to fix it, I just went in there and I blurred, I added Gaussian blur, and I canted the angle a little bit so that YouTube's identifying system, which is called Content ID, couldn't readily identify it as an actual movie clip from the movie. I was, however, able to use a couple seconds of that movie in my video without having any issues. To my knowledge, there are no hard and fast rules about how much of a movie scene or a TV scene you can use in a YouTube video without getting a copyright claim. However, I do believe that if you follow the fair use guidelines in the other video I referenced, and you just use a clip that's maybe 1 to 5 seconds max in your video, and that's the only thing you have in your video from that particular movie, you're probably gonna be okay. But again, there's no hard and fast rules. This is all very gray. I got away with using about 2 seconds of that movie in my video. In fact, these 2 seconds right here.
I think you're beautiful.
Thank you very much. Speaking of how beautiful I am, if you find me beautiful, no, don't use that as a criteria. Just hit the like button, man, so I don't have to find clips of people telling me I'm beautiful. That'd be great. Oh, speaking of beauty, I'm trying something different. I'm not in my old studio, obviously, anymore. I'm in an apartment. I've got a big echo chamber room I'm in. I'm using $20, like a $30 Boya dual lavalier mic that is clipped under my shirt right here. You heard me just tap it, right? And I'm using, one light here and one light back there in the dining room, living, whatever this area is in my apartment right now. How does this look? Post in the comments below if this temporary set looks all right. By the way, I tried to do that Rembrandt lighting thing, you just put a light right here and you try to get this little triangle of light right there. And then like a little fill right here. Just let me know if that worked. So basically, third was a charm. When I blurred out most of the movie where I'm showing you how to do all the work, and it was like, 30 or 40 seconds, I blurred all that out and I just showed a couple seconds of the movie, I was totally fine. That video is live on my channel and it's monetized. In that case, I believe I was following the fair use guidelines because I just used a tiny clip of it and followed all the other stuff that I talked about in that prior video. I referenced earlier that I get a lot of questions. People will post in my comments or email me and have specific questions about, hey Trevor, is it okay if I use this scene in my movie, this full 2-minute scene in my movie? Can I get away with that? How do I do that? How do these other YouTube channels get away with posting entire scenes? This is my understanding. I don't know. Again, I'm not an attorney. It is my understanding that if you're using a full scene from a movie, you're not going to be able to monetize that unless you get permission from the studios, and getting permission is something I know nothing about. Ian Corzine's probably got videos about that. Here's a link to one of his playlists right up here. Ian Corzine's a YouTube attorney that addresses stuff like that all the time in his videos. I've never tried to get permission from a studio. In my book, it's too much of a pain. I don't even reference the clips that I use in my videos, even though that is the best practice, one of the best practices for fair use. I just post them and I try to keep them short and sweet and try to make them transformative in nature, where it's not using the original context of the movie the way you see it in the movie itself. If you see channels that are using entire scenes and these big long 1, 2, 3 minute clips in their videos, the odds are they are not monetized. So you may be able to post a video on YouTube and use a big chunk of a movie, but you probably will not be able to monetize it. In fact, YouTube will probably catch it right away and go, hey, you've got a copyright claim, and it'll tell you this is not a strike. This doesn't hurt your channel. You're fine to leave it up. You just can't monetize it. The revenue is going to go to the copyright holder, in the case of movies, to the production studio. Can you still use movie clips in your videos? Trevor, will you still use movie clips? Yes, I will still use movie clips in my videos. I will keep them short and sweet. And if I'm going to do a tutorial and show you like how to get movie clips again in the future, I'll do the same thing. I will just blur it out so you're not really seeing the movie clips. So I'm hopefully not violating any of the terms of service with YouTube or violating any copyright laws. Again, this is just opinion, so don't sue me and don't hit me up like, Trevor, I did that and I got sued. I mean, you're probably not gonna get sued, but the reality is you never know if you are in complete compliance with fair use unless, again, my understanding, your video gets called out and you're asked to take it down, you don't take it down, and you fight it, and you go to court, and a judge or an arbitrator needs to decide if it was fair use. So it's my understanding that the only way to determine if your use of a clip in a YouTube video was fair use is once it goes to court, and that's way down the road. So if you ever get a copyright claim, you should probably just modify your video. If you ever do get a copyright claim, what should you do? Well, if you don't care about monetization ever, and a copyright claim, and if they tell you in the email or in the notice that it doesn't hurt your channel at all, you can just leave it up, just knowing that you won't be able to monetize that video. A copyright strike is much more of a big deal. You get 3 strikes and they will wipe out your channel. If you get a copyright strike, you better see what you did and never do that again and try to rectify whatever you did to get that strike. And I don't even know it's possible to get strikes removed. That's an entirely different topic that I haven't researched. Copyright strikes are bad. Copyright claims are a bummer. I know there are some channels that do movie reviews, and a lot of people want to do movie reviews. I've had people contact me and say, hey, how do I get cleared to do movie reviews on my channel so I can show these big long scenes? And like, dude, I don't know, get permission from the studio. Another thing you could try, don't know if this will work, but maybe if you just use material from the trailers, which is marketing material, maybe you get away with it since it's already out there as marketing and you're just kind of marketing the movie. Maybe, I have no idea. That's something that would be cool if one of you guys would try it on your channels, put up a big chunk of a movie trailer and see if you get a copyright claim there. I have no idea. I'd love for you to try that. Somebody try that, or if you have tried it, let me know if that works. That's just an idea off the top of my head. I have no idea if that'll work. Got another question for you. Knowing what you know, knowing that it is always a challenge, it is always a risk when you post content that is not yours on your YouTube channel. You are always taking a risk. Are you still gonna take the risk and try to put movie and TV clips in your videos? Go ahead and post that in the comments below. For me, the answer is heck yes. Remember to check out my free webinar at videosecretswebinar.com, where I teach you to level up your video game if you're posting videos on YouTube for any purpose, especially if you're a business or a real estate agent. Also, check out that playlist right up there where I talk more about downloading movie clips and fair use and trying to comply with the rules that'll give you a better chance of keeping your movie clips online and untouched by YouTube's Content ID system. If you think my Clint Eastwood was acceptable or tolerable or funny or terrible, hit that subscribe button right down there. Smash the like button. I cannot wait to see your awesome YouTube videos, hopefully containing movie clips still, but just little short pieces.